Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next bout of the evening. It is our premier undercard bout. It is scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds of professional light heavyweight boxing. It is for the WBA, PABA, and WBO Asia Pacific light heavyweight titles. It is brought to you by Hydrate Zero on the edge of performance and recovery. And now, making his way to the red corner, this is Rogério Damasco!
Vem magalenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de goió, é curtir o verão.
Vem magalenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é um dia de sol, alegria de goió, é curtir o verão.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to draw your attention to the big screens here at the Vodafone Event Center.
All right, the Colonel Bob Sheridan down there. They're showing a video here in the arena. So while we have the opportunity, we can tell you a little bit about Rogério Damasco. He comes in here 12-1 from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He turned pro in March of 2013. He had a draw, then he won 9 straight fights, all by stoppages. He's only had one time as he fought outside of Brazil. He gets stopped in the first round by Isidro Prieto in Buenos Aires, Argentina. But since the loss in February last year, he had 3 straight knockout wins, all inside of 3 rounds. Obviously, his strengths are aggressive and power. You know, he'll try to start fast against Robbie Berridge, who I think is a terrific fighter, a southpaw, and I look really for Robbie to make a move on the world scene.
Well, there's one thing you've got to say. If you're going to get yourself into a gunfight, and this guy has the moniker of Tyson, you want to make sure you've got the same caliber weapon or even bigger, and I suspect Robbie Berridge will have the bigger guns in his pouch.
Well, I think so. Dan Hennessy is standing by to announce Robert Berridge.
His opponent making his way to the blue corner, here is Robert Berridge! Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the premier undercard of the evening. It is scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds of professional light heavyweight boxing. It is for the WBA, PABA light heavyweight title and the WBO Asia Pacific light heavyweight title. It is brought to you by Hydrate Zero on the edge of performance and recovery. The TAB odds for this fight are Berridge paying $1.12, Damasco paying $5. To place your bets, go to www.tab.co.nz now. And now, fighting into the red corner, he enters the ring wearing black trunks He weighed in at 78.45 kgs. He hails from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He is the South American super middleweight title holder. He has 13 professional fights with 12 wins and 1 loss, with all 12 wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Rogério Damasco! And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner enters the ring wearing black trunks with white trim. He weighed in at 78.45 kgs. He hails from Ratahi, Wanganui, New Zealand. He is the WBC Asia Light Heavyweight Champion and the WBO WBC Asia Pacific Light Heavyweight Champion. He is the pound-for-pound highest ranked New Zealand fighter active today. He has 25 professional fights with 23 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 19 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Robert the Butcher Berridge!
All right, you take a look at the tail of the tape. Height advantage goes to Damasco's, weight the same. The reach advantage goes to Damasco's, and the age is not a factor here.
Keep your punches clean and hard. Touch gloves and good luck to both of you.
It's Lance Revel, the referee, in there. So we're set to go. Robbie Berridge has world-class ability. We know that. He's ranked number 10 by the WBO, and he's ranked number 13 by the WBA, and he holds a whole slew of Asia-Pacific titles and Oriental Pacific titles as well. So this kid can fight. Since they're both wearing black trunks, the guy with the yellow Damascus in the middle of his trunks, and he's got, well, they both have the black shoes on. The bald guy with the tattoos is Robbie Berridge, just in case you don't know him. Berridge, as you see, is a southpaw. He'll be jabbing with that right hand, and Berridge is a good fighter. Caught him on the chin with his first left hand.
It's a trademark Robbie Berridge punch. Come up with the right uppercut to set up that long left hand. Damasco certainly felt it. Just like to see Berridge, just as he goes up in the ranks, use that right jab of his a little bit more. You see, he's looking for the jab again, looking for the uppercut again.
He's not, doesn't really look like he warmed up too much because he hasn't cut a sweat at all. So, you know, he likes to test the guy in the first round to see what he can do. But Berridge, of all the guys that I've seen in New Zealand, I think that this guy really has terrific world-class ability. Of course, we saw Jeff Horn a little bit earlier, and I think he's going to have the ability. But Robbie's a lot further along, 23 victories, 1 loss and 1 draw.
You can often tell the power of shots by the way they sound when they clatter against the body and against the gloved guard. And both Berridge and Damasco sound like they got some sting. And they're both wearing puncher's gloves. They're both wearing Reyes gloves, which are renowned puncher's gloves.
Yeah, Berridge, by the way, has the red gloves on. Good shot, drops Damasco, and that was a hard knockdown. He talks to Lance Revel, holds the hands up, but his legs are shot. He takes the 8 count. Lance takes plenty of time, and there's a lot of time left. Robbie can finish him off right here. He goes after him again with the left hand. Robbie being patient here, and that's what he should do. Try to set up another clean shot as he dropped this guy who has knocked out Legend again. And he stayed right on top of him. That's the second knockdown. Remember, there is a 3 knockdown rule.
Just wasn't sure about the standing 8 count at that point. I'm not sure whether Lance Revel actually called it a knockdown or an 8 count. And he's called it off.
The fight is all over. They throw the towel in. The referee realizes that this fight's all over. That's going to be a first-round technical knockout victory for Robert the Butcher Berridge, and he ended up the Butcher. His corner didn't want him to take any more, and he was going to take another serious shot. Oh, yeah, he had to call that a knockdown. Watch this.
First knockdown, beautifully clean. Slips outside the left jab, comes back with that hooking left hand that Berridge throws so beautifully. I was just wondering here whether Lance Revel actually stopped it or whether it was a knockdown. Did his gloves touch the ground?
Well,
no.
There's a couple of things. His glove hit the ground. He also hung onto the ropes as he was going down. That's a knockdown.
Yeah, correct call from Lance Revel. It's all academic anyway. As you see the Butcher going to work, the blood work spattering everywhere. Damasco, his nose bleeding profusely, and his corner wisely decided to save him from more axe blows from the Butcher.
Well, the way his nose is bleeding, that's indicative of a broken nose, and if that's the case, there's no sense of letting this guy get all blasted up, because his record still is 12-2 with 12 knockouts. So, I mean, he may not be big on the world scene, but he can certainly fight in Brazil and make some money down there. So you don't let your guy get busted up seriously, and they were smart in doing that. We still have to make it official.
With 42 seconds left in the very first round. Your winner by corner retirement, knockout, and the WBA, PABA Light Heavyweight Champion, and WBO Asia Pacific Light Heavyweight Champion, fighting out of the blue corner, Robert the Butcher Berridge!
So the Butcher did what he had to do, finished the guy off. We thought he was going to feel him out a little bit in the first round, but no, once he dropped him, he knew how to finish him. And you know what I like about Berridge is he didn't go crazy. He waited, set him up again, and caught him with a real good shot again. And
he's a cold and clinical finisher, Robbie Berridge. And look, if you take a look at him, he hasn't even broken a sweat. I don't think he warmed up too much in the changing room.
No, he didn't. He didn't, but I'm very, very fond of this guy as a fighter and as an individual. I think he's a terrific fighter, and I think Duco is going to take him to the United States now. All right, Clint Brown is with him, so Clint, go ahead and take it away.
Robbie the Butcher Berridge, congratulations, mate. Another big win, a nice first round KO for you.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank all my sponsors that get me this far, you know, and all the family and friends and supporters that come out to watch me fight.
Were you a bit surprised?
About what?
About the result?
Yeah, it came pretty quick, but I said at the press conference I was going to rip his face off, and that's what I did.
Another belt, mate. What does it mean to you in the progression of your career?
Hopefully it takes me a few places up in the standings, but just go back to the drawing board and keep training.
And what's next? Another big fight coming up?
That's between Vasco and Duco to sort out. I don't know what's going on.
There were talks about perhaps a world title fight. Is that your ambition?
I'd love a world title fight. Yep, definitely.
All right, mate. When? This year?
This year, if this year was to happen, it'd be even better.
Team Butcher's ready?
Yeah, Team Butcher's ready.
All right, well, congratulations. Another great performance from Robbie the Butcher Berridge. We'll just get a quick word with Rogério Damasco. They've come all the way from Brazil. First of all, are you okay? Did you suffer a broken nose? And obviously you're disappointed with the KO. And the lovely Kelly is going to do the translation for us. A round of applause, please.
Você já teve o nariz quebrado. Como é que você está se sentindo agora? Isso foi um problema ou não?
Não, estou me sentindo muito bem. Quero agradecer a oportunidade, foi uma boa luta. Infelizmente não deu dessa vez, mas agradeço a todos pela luta e estou muito bem.
He said he's all good. He's okay, and he's loving the opportunity to be in New Zealand, and he's grateful to be here and enjoying the fight.
Okay, all right. Before you go, the World Cup's on Sky Sport at the moment. Brazil 2014 with FIFA. No Neymar, out with the broken vertebra for the semi-final against Germany. No Thiago Silva. How does he rate Brazil's chances of going through to the final on Wednesday?
Sem o Neymar, sem o Thiago Silva nas semifinais da Copa do Mundo da FIFA, o que você acha que vai acontecer contra a Alemanha na quarta-feira?
Brasil campeão.
He still believes Brazil going to be the champion.
Oh, good work. Go Brazil, and thanks for coming over. Good luck.